Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody that is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody who is telling everybody to smash the likes. Big up to Letty. Big up to the Machronicle. Big up to Hellboy. And obviously Hooks, who is on the panel with me as well, for the comments in the chat. Big up to you guys. Big up to Hooks and T in the building already nice and early. And we have Ash coming as well. He will be here soon. Big up to Sarada as well. Big up to you. Big up to you, Sarada. And listen, guys, we have to speak about this game. You already know where it is. You already know how it is. We need to speak about this game, bro. It's pretty simple, to be honest. We went out there, we smacked them. It's just that simple. But we are gonna get into it and take a deep dive into everything that was happening in the game, going over players' performances, giving our player ratings and stuff like that. So make sure you are sticking around for that. But as always, before we definitely start, I need you guys to smash that like button for me. I need you to subscribe to the channel and make sure you are supporting the channel. Super chats are welcome if you would like to send one, but just a like is just as perfect for me. So make sure you're doing that for me. Big ups to everybody who is tuned in, and I think we are on two more likes needed till 10 likes. Come on, guys. Come on, get us to 10 likes as soon as possible, and let's just keep on going up and up and up with that like button. Come on, guys. Lads, how are we doing today? How is everybody today?
You want to go first, T?
Sure. Why not? Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. Relaxed. Yeah, just what did Tony say again? Just a field day with the boys.
Yeah, just to kick
That,
about,
yeah, just the kickabout with the boys. Yeah, that's exactly what this was. This was a training for us, just like at West Ham. It was an easy game, walk in the park. We started a little bit shaky. We couldn't keep the ball in our feet. But yeah, we after that we picked up ourselves really well. I think Havertz and Trossard were the main culprits when it comes to not controlling the ball really smoothly in the beginning. I think Saka had an amazing game, but we'll go into the details afterwards. But yeah, man, I'm really happy. But for me, how this feels, how this situation is at this moment is these 5 games didn't happen for me. We move, we act like we didn't win, we act like this is we start from zero. Okay, we have Porto next, and afterwards we have Newcastle at home. I need us to lock it in. Okay, these 5 games didn't happen. Don't guess yourself that much. Every game is important. Every game is a final, especially against sides like Newcastle and Porto. So yeah, like I said, I just need the boys to lock it in and don't get gassed too much. Even though it's been amazing, these wins have been amazing. Yeah, let's keep our minds sharp. You know, that's what I want at the end.
Man.
And Hooks, before you go, this guy is such a fraud. Oh, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Because the thing is, the reason why Hooks is laughing, people, is because he already knows why I'm pissed already. He already knows why I'm pissed already. This guy coming, he's in the background right now, but dapping his chest, pulling the shirt out. You know what I mean? Doing all of this, giving us all of this. I'd like to welcome Mr. Ash to the building, with the horrendous shirt again. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
boy.
Hey, there he
this guy
is.
just doesn't have a day off, bro. Like, you know what I mean? One day just have a day off, bro. Don't lie.
11 goals in 2 games. Kai Havertz scores with this. This is the first jersey he scored. I'm not counting that stupid Bournemouth game where he got a cheap penalty. This is the first game he scored his proper goal against Brentford, right? My Kai Havertz, my Cobra Kai, not making the keeper. Incredible finish with his weaker foot. This jersey, bro, I'm telling you. Memories, bro. A record win away from home in this jersey. It's gonna
Well,
be
I
Ed.
just
Once the season
this guy made this jersey the lucky jersey.
Yeah, it is. It's the lucky jersey. I'm framing it on the wall once the season is done, bro.
What if we win the league? Yeah, if we win the league, yeah.
Yeah, if we win the league, bruh. Honestly, at
Wait,
this point,
Is that?
I
Is there no name on that back? Is there
there's
no
no
name
name.
on the
There's
back?
no name at the back.
So,
Nah, there's no name at the back.
here's something for you. Yeah, obviously because
Yeah.
we don't bet. because qamar is haram. But
Of course.
what I'm gonna do to you, I'm gonna give you a little wager. If we win the league this season, you have to get Havertz on the back of another shirt like
Done.
that, and you have to frame it behind your
No. I'll get it on the same jersey, bro. I'll put Havertz at the back. Why will I go buy another one? Same
Oh yeah,
jersey.
say less.
I'll put Havertz at the back. I'll frame it on the wall. Saad, you'll be seeing it every time you stream with me, bro. The
There
first
you
thing
are.
you'll see is Kai Havertz
There
right
you
there.
are.
And it'll remind you. I lost count now. 65 million divided by how many goals? I don't know. Like it's probably at like 10 million a piece right now.
Yeah, it's moving crazy right now. It's moving crazy, bro. If you do the division, I think he's got 5 goals. If you count
5
goals
goals,
in
1
all
assist.
competitions, well, actually, no. If you count all goal involvements, then it starts to get a bit techie. You know what I mean?
He's got 5 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in all competitions as well, isn't it? So
Champions League. Has he scored in the Champions League? I can't even remember.
yeah, he scored in the 6-0, bro.
Ah,
Come
yes,
on.
yes.
Calm, man.
Okay.
Calm, man.
Nice. Calm.
You know what I mean? But listen, Hooks was about to just go before Ash came in with this hideous shirt, but big up to you, bro. Hooks, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, you know, and I am most definitely gonna get gassed and continue to be gassed. And when we continue to win, I'm gonna jump into all of these streams and call you guys frauds for telling me that I cannot be gassed and I need to be
There we go.
level-headed. Because fuck all of that, excuse my French, F all of that, I'm living in the moment. That's what Arteta tells the lads, and I'm one of the lads. I'm gonna live in the moment. I'm gonna enjoy this, and you know what? I'm after this. I'm going on Amazon. I'm gonna get a magnifying glass. Gonna order one. You know, Amazon Prime, and I'm coming on every stream. Detective, you frauds, you frauds. I'm coming with the magnifying glass to look deeper into you frauds because my brother Kai Havertz done it again. He done it again. And you know what? This time, he was actually playing in the midfield. So you man can't even slew him for being dead at the left 8 because he actually played at the left 8 in this game. And he got a goal. And he was involved in all 3 goals. He played the pass to Trossard that got Trossard the penalty. He played the pass to Erdegaard, who then played on the ball to Saka to get the goal. And he scored. God damn. You know what, yeah? I need a commitment, yeah, from all of you. I need to know how many goals and assists does he have to have in this season for you guys to give him his flowers?
For me, it's matching at least Granit Xhaka's total, which I believe was 7 goals, 7 assists. If he's able to match
14
Granit
GA.
Xhaka's total, yeah, if he's able to match Granit Xhaka's total, then we can start to have a conversation about him actually contributing to the team. Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not going to be a complete hater. Of course, I want everybody to do well. Even the fact that I hate on Nketiah, and I don't even call it hating. I just call it criticism, and it's constructive criticism because even though I give him a lot of criticism, I still want him to do well. I never want any Arsenal player not to do well. Do you know what I'm saying? So if Havertz goes and does what Granit Xhaka was doing in regards to the goals that he gets and the assists, or either way, 14 GA, whether it be 14 goals or whether it be 7 goals, 7 assists, it doesn't matter. If he reaches that total, then I'm happy with that for the season. But we need to try and improve more, try get him improving. Do you know what I mean? He's still a young player. Do you know what I'm saying? So
his first season so far is factually better than Robin van Persie's first season for
here
Arsenal.
we go, man. Here we go.
Come
What is
on.
it?
That's
What is it?
awful.
What is it? No, because I'm
That's
actually sick
shameless.
and tired of Hooks, bro. I'm
That
sick
is
and tired of
shameless.
Hooks, bro. I'm actually sick and tired of this guy, bro. Every time, yeah, look at this guy. I was like, oh, wallahi, you're a fraud. Because every time, yeah, this guy, anytime he brings up this first season, this second season, this third season for Robin van Persie. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here, man?
Okay, because to me, yeah, he's a very similar profile to Robin van Persie in the sense of like his frame, how he approaches the game,
Not the
how he
finishing, obviously.
plays.
Yeah.
He's left.
Not the
Well,
technique.
I
Not the
mean,
technique either.
Let's
Well,
let's not judge prime Van Persie against first season Havertz because
It's
that
not first
wasn't even
season
prime.
though.
That wasn't
that's
even
No, no, no,
prime,
no,
bro.
no. But
That was young.
guys,
that's
guys.
not what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's not
Why
what
are
we're gonna
we?
do. That's not what
Come
we're
on.
gonna do.
Hooks is an older fan. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that he
yeah,
knew them days.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were
I know them
watching Van
days.
Persie, bro. Back
Bro, I
in,
know them days.
bro.
I know.
You know
Hence why
what
I
he was
can make the
doing when he was young,
comparison.
bro. He was a bagsman, bro. So
Yeah,
what we
no,
doing?
Okay, one thing, yeah.
Young.
Fuck Van Persie, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Bun that guy. But
yeah. That's first.
let's not do this, bro. Let's not do this.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
man,
not
And,
even
and,
close.
from now,
we want Havertz to do well, but let's not
Yeah.
compare him
yeah.
with one of the greats. You know what I'm saying?
From now
he's
on,
already
firstly,
doing well.
if we address him or get him in, if we name that guy in any conversations, he is not Robin van Persie. You call him Robin van Pagan, and that is how we go from forward.
Nah,
On this stream, you can't call him Robin van Persie. You can't,
nah. Come on, Sad. Nah.
bro. I don't.
I guess
Ashraf,
I'm one of the
we're
few
gonna
ones who
fight
doesn't
today,
hate him.
bro. We are
I'm one of
gonna
the few ones
fight
who doesn't
today.
hate him.
We're gonna fight. I don't give a fuck. And I'll say this
Bruh,
now. Yeah, I'll
The
say
guy,
this now.
look,
I will say this now, Ash. I will say this now. I don't give a fuck if he goes on Sky Sports. He was like, I never wanted to leave. But
no, I don't
the
give a shit
club's-
about
the
that.
club's
I don't give a shit.
ambition, the
Nah.
club's ambition just didn't match my ambition, and I felt like
That
I
is
had to
true,
go to
though.
something new. You go to something new. You go to something new. You never, ever go to the scum. Never, ever, ever. He grew up in Arsenal at the time where it was rife, bro. Yeah, Man United. That was when Man United, bro. He saw it, bro. When he was growing up, he saw that, bro. As a young teenager, he would have seen how Arsenal and Man United, the history between them, the conflict. Do you know what I mean, bro? Players fighting in the tunnel, players fighting on the pitch. The what was it? The 2-1, I think it was 2-1,
Yeah.
where I think Van Nistelrooy missed the penalty.
No, that was 0-0.
Was it 0-0?
Yeah.
Where they fought on the pitch, bro. So please allow it with all of this. Oh yeah, he done so much for our club. I can't hate him for that, bro.
No, he didn't do enough for our club. You know, I don't think he did enough for our club. The reason why
why
I
do you
don't hate him the reason why I don't respect him. I don't like the fact that he went to United. But let's be honest, yeah. Let's say Van Persie played with us 3-4 seasons without getting injured and was shit. Yeah, was absolute garbage. Would we have said, oh no, let's just keep him? We would have fucking released him if we could, right? So when you look at him now in hindsight, he's made the best choice for him because he's retired as a Premier League winner, which he wouldn't have done if he stayed with us. And here's the thing, right? That season, if you guys remember the year before that, we lost Fabregas, our captain at the time. We lost Nasri, who was our best player that season. We lost Gael Clichy, who was a starting left back, right? And I think we lost Kolo Touré a few years before that. That team that was playing incredible football in 2010, 2011, most of the main guys left, and he still stuck by when he didn't have to because he was already one of the best strikers in the Premier League at the time. The guy missed like the first 3-4 months and still came back and was only 3 goals behind the top scorers. And all he said was, let's strengthen the team so we can compete, which, by the way, at that time was the right mentality. Because 2011, if you guys remember, we got embarrassed by Birmingham when we lost to Birmingham in the finals of the this Donna Cullen is just going for everyone, bro. It's mad. But yeah, so that's why I don't like the fact that he went to United, but there was no other offer at the time. I think it was just between them and Juventus. I think he made the right choice, bro. He retired now being a Premier League legend and a Premier League winner, which he wouldn't have gotten.
There's something about so that's why I don't respect him because while he was here, he spoke about he loves Arsenal. You know what I mean? His loyalty.
I think he genuinely did, though. I think he genuinely did.
He sat there and he said he loves Arsenal. His loyalty was with this club, and it hurt him to move on. Did it fuck? Did it fuck, bro? Don't go to Man United then. Go to Juventus. Go to these other clubs, bro. Go to the other club.
The funny
My
thing is,
problem-
all these guys who went to these other clubs actually ended up making the best choice for their career. Ashley Cole left us, won back-to-back league, and won a Champions League later. No, one sec. Because
Don't you dare bring up the Ashley Cole thing.
one sec. Let me finish my line. Because with Ashley Cole, with Ashley Cole, we couldn't give him 5,000 more, and even I think Arsene Wenger, someone came out saying that they regret not giving him that extra money he asked for. Fabregas, by the way, we had first refusal when he was at Barcelona, right? And we said no to Fabregas because, we have Mesut Ozil. When Fabregas is a much better player than Ozil, came back to Chelsea, won the league in his first season, won the league 2 seasons later. Nasri went to Man City and proved us wrong and won the league.
No, Bun Nasri.
Come on.
What did you say? What did you say?
Bun Nasri.
Nasri, I said Nasri went to Man City and won the league.
No. What did you say about Özil being worse? That Fabregas being better than Özil?
Fabregas is better than Ozil, 100%.
By the way, let's not. Okay. We're doing way too much.
Okay, I'm not gonna start this conversation.
I love Ozil, but yeah.
We need to address things in order. Yeah. So the first thing that we will not allow, especially when I'm on stream, is trying to justify Ashley Cole in it. We're never gonna do that. He's a pagan. Yeah. He's the reason. Yeah. Why still to this day I have Chelsea fans chatting shit to me about Ashley Cole was world class at Chelsea and not Arsenal. We will not do that.
Which is nonsense.
Yeah, we will not do that. We don't validate what Ashley Cole did in it because he's a pagan. Yeah. The second thing, we don't have any animosity towards Fabregas anyway because he went back to his boyhood club. I can't be him for that. And then on top of that, I actually wanted him to come back. He wanted to come back. But Wenger said no. So,
Wenger said no, exactly.
So, if anything, we direct a bit of a tiny bit because Wenger, he's a great guy for us, isn't it? But a tiny bit, of hate, we direct to Wenger for that, innit? So that's Fabregas, yeah. And while we're here, yeah, I'm kind of in two minds in it because do you know what? I'm not in two minds. Fabregas 1,000,000% better baller than Ozil. I'm sorry, it just has to be.
He is.
1 million.
Yeah. I was just joking.
However,
I love Ozil though.
I love Ozil as well. But if we had Fabregas and Ozil in the same team, we would have won the league. So I imagine, we could have had Fabregas, Ozil, and Sanchez. It would have been long. It just would have been peak.
They would have been long, bro.
And by the way, we would have. By the way,
2014,
2015. By the way, we would have had Cazorla as well on the bench or somewhere. Right, that season. If you guys remember, let me add more salt to the wound, even though I don't want to. Let me make you guys feel the pain with me. That season, 2014-2015, we had such an incredible team. Fabregas came to Chelsea in his first season, had 18 or 19 assists. Was one of the main reasons they won the league. Right, that's one. And that season, our team was so damn good. If you guys remember, their midfield was Coquelin, Cazorla, Alexis Sanchez, Ozil. Bro, we beat City, the champions, at their ground. We smashed Liverpool 4-1. We lost in the Champions League by away goals to Monaco. It was 3-3. In the end, it was away goals rule, obviously, and we got knocked out. That team was incredible. We reached the... knocked out United at their ground. We went to United's ground. Danny Welbeck celebrated at their ground. And with Prince William, who supports Aston Villa, was there watching his team getting spanked by Arsenal 4-0. That team was so damn good. But unfortunately, we just had that missing piece, and Fabregas would have completed.
I remember that Danny Welbeck goal, bro. That was actually sick. That was the last minute goal, innit? I think it was.
It was not last minute. No. It wasn't. It was like 60 something or 70 minutes, something like that. And we just held on.
I remember him scoring from fucking against ouch, bro. I remember vividly Sky Sports before, bro. Saying, "Oh my God, can you imagine if Danny Welbeck scores today against his previous club? Oh, will he celebrate?" They were talking about that as shit, bro.
Bro, if you guys remember the way Fabregas was crying to come back to us all summer, and I'm like, it's gonna happen. And we fucking said no.
Listen, anyway, we've gone a bit off topic.
Sorry, my bad.
Let's stick to topic. The game yesterday. The game yesterday, man.
There was a point to it, right? Sorry, we went off on a tangent, but I did start it, right? Because we was talking about my boy Havertz in it, and what an amazing game that he had. So do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know about everybody else, but I expected us to smoke them from the beginning. I actually found it quite difficult to think of things to say in the TikTok videos that I did prior and after, because I mean, what I expected to happen happened. Like the only thing that I would say that maybe kind of threw me off a bit is that we kind of had a slower first half. Like I expected the first half to be a lot faster, and I expected us to be like maybe 4-0 up, like we was against West Ham in the first half. But it didn't happen. But then when Saka scored the penalty, I remember I came in the halftime on the watch along he was doing, and I said that second goal gave me kind of the belief that we're going to go into the second half and just absolutely rip them apart, which happened. We went into the second half and we absolutely ripped them apart. As far as I'm aware, we left the game with no like injury concerns. Hopefully, no new niggles for the next game. And that's funny. And and one of
What
the
are you
things,
getting up to, bro?
one of the things that is really like it's got me in a really positive place is the Saka interview after the game, because you can really tell that he is like, yo, okay, cool,
Clued on.
yeah, we demolished them, but I'm not even thinking about that right now. My mind is all on the Champions League. That's the kind of vibe that I got from Saka, and you can just tell whenever these guys talk about the Champions League, yeah, they're so gassed. You can see the excitement in their faces, in their tone. Like you can just, hey, Sareda, that's a very good point. A lot of non-set piece goals, but no one's gonna say that because agendas against Arsenal. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm happy and I'm ready for us to. Yes, I will say it. Go and smoke Porto. Easy game. 4-0.
Hey, let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax. There's a difference between you saying it about West Ham and saying it about this and that. Porto are no joke, bro. Listen, they're no joke. Away from home, Portugal, you already know that's not our forte, bro. Yeah, it's not our forte to go away to Portugal, bro. It's not. So let's not sit here and act like we blitz teams in Portugal, bro. When we've never won at this. I think the last two times that we played them, we haven't won at the stadium. So let's not even do that. But big up Letty for being here. Saw your game against Chelsea. You can hold that respectfully and disrespectfully. Hold that. There you go. But listen, I think we need to go into this game in detail as well, because although Trossardinho was absolutely terrific, he still did miss a load of chances, which I wasn't happy about. The only thing that saves it is the fact that we were literally scoring. He did still miss chances, so there's maybe it's small things that I'm nitpicking at now, but we need to still make sure we're pointing these things out, because they could become a problem again. Okay, just when everything's going all rosy and it's all sunshine and rainbows, that's not when you just stop calling this stuff out. Yeah, because it could come up again. It could come back to bite us in the backside again. So we need to call it out even when we're doing very well. Like, I appreciate the team and we were doing really well right now. We are scoring, we are killing it, we are demolishing teams. But we also need to talk about missed chances that are being faltered, although we are still scoring these goals. But what were your guys' thoughts on Trossard? Because I think he was, just his movement alone. Maybe this. Oh, for fucks. There we go.
Yes, Hooks. Come on.
Bro, why you had such a nice shirt on before, bro, with the cannon on and this and that. Now you got this. Well, what's going on?
You said Trossard, and I just remembered I got Trossard on the back.
There you
so
are. There you are. There you
wear
are.
it.
There you are. But listen, I want to know what your thoughts are, guys, on Trossard, because I think for me, like, of course, he wasn't as clinical at times, but I feel like his movement, the way he was able to fill spaces, the way he was able to create spaces for other players as well, I think that's just unmatched, bro. I think it's just he has made that his own position, bro. Like it's getting to a position where if Jesus comes back, does he get straight into the team? That's the two questions I'm going to leave you with. What were your thoughts on his performance? And if Jesus is back and fit, is he starting before him, or does he have to earn his place back into the? In, and
Uh,
we'll go to Ash. Go on, then, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for me, no, definitely Jesus should not come back. And I think we made that mistake last season when Jesus came back from injury and Trossard was our player of the month for March, and we just dropped him to the bench quickly. Even though Jesus scored a couple of goals here and there, but I just think if you are trying to make it a meritocracy and you're going by Arteta's mantra of nobody's safe and everyone has to fight for their positions, it only makes sense to keep Trossard playing. It's now what, 3 games in a row that he's scoring. He's got 7 goals already this season, and most of them came in like the second half of the season. So I think this is exactly why I said I don't want to see Nketiah ever starting front again, because we do have a lot of options up front with the 3 players we have in Kai Havertz, Jesus, and Trossard. I think Trossard is like a perfect cover for Jesus, because he gives you exactly what Jesus gives you in terms of the ball control, the ability to dribble in tight spaces. He's a better finisher than Jesus, which obviously is a big bonus. I don't think he's as physical as Jesus. I do think Jesus sometimes comes out with more creativity, which opens up opportunities for Saka and Martinelli. But I mean, Trossard has that in abundance as well. Maybe not to Jesus' level, but he has that at a very good level. And yeah, yesterday was not yesterday, sorry, but no, it was yesterday. My bad. Yesterday was a bit frustrating, obviously, with some of the chances he missed. But look, in the end, can't complain much. He scored a decent goal, got the penalty for us. So I still think he had a very solid game. And I just want to see him continue to start. This nonsense body that people say, oh, you know, you need someone big and strong to win the air, to win the aerial balls. Man, we don't play that kind of style anyways. Like, I understand if we're like Liverpool, who a lot of times spam crosses in. I don't want to say spam. Maybe that's a bit disrespectful because they know what they're doing, especially with Arnold, who's a very, very good crosser of the ball. But we don't play that kind of style anyways. The kind of style we play requires the striker to be quite fluid in the front, make those runs from the left to the right. There was a time when I think Trossard went to the left and Martinelli got into the center, which Jesus does quite a lot as well. So I think he's a perfect player to play for us in that front 3 between Martinelli and Saka when Jesus is not there. And if Jesus comes back and let's say starts performing, we have to also consider the possibility of playing Trossard on the left if Martinelli goes like through 2 or 3 games where he plays bad. But yeah, look, very, very good game from him.
Why would we play Jesus at striker in the first place is what I'm thinking. Because we can clearly see he's not comfortable at striker right now, you know? So I think him... I don't think so. I think I think one of his best games this season was when he played right wing against Manchester City. I think he played really well that game. He cooked Guardiola like it was nothing, you know? And I think he could maybe potentially be better on the wings right now for us instead of in the middle, you know? Because if we have this thing between Havertz and Trossard working, why would we basically change that with Jesus? Because I think we look much better without Jesus right now. You know?
I have a new theory though. This is my new theory, yeah. So I agree. If we're playing Trossard and Havertz, then I would say use Jesus as either a rotational piece with Saka or Martinelli on either of the wings, right? I don't think I don't think you necessarily move. So basically, if Jesus comes back, I don't think you necessarily move Trossard out of that position unless the game plan dictates you need, right? So obviously they're very dependent on who you're playing. But the one thing I do think is that if you play Jesus up front, then I think you have to play either Trossard or Emil Smith Rowe in the left 8 and not Havertz. Because the one thing that Havertz and Jesus are quite similar in is when they get into positions where they should shoot, their first thought isn't to shoot, it's to try and find someone they can assist. So to have a better balance, you have to have someone playing. Well, especially the way we play, you have to have someone either playing in the false 9 or the left 8 that when they get into shooting positions, I'm shooting. Like I'm not. I don't care who's on the right, who's on the left, who's in front of me, who's behind me. I can shoot. I'm going to shoot, and I feel that that's something. That's a mindset that Emil Smith Rowe and Trossard have. So I don't think it's as black and white as Trossard is better in the 9 than Jesus, but I think it's more so what's the better partnership to have on the pitch if we do play Trossard or Jesus up front. So yeah, for me, if you play Jesus up top, then Emil Smith Rowe or Trossard in the 8. If you play Trossard up top, then Havertz in the 8. Or Jesus in the 8. Maybe you could experiment Jesus in the left 8 role. Maybe that could work.
We've really been trying and pushing this 8 role, like, and just fitting players there. Like, we need this Partey guy to come back ASAP, man, honestly, especially in the business end of the season.
Who?
Yeah.
We need who to come
What?
back?
No, I'm saying we need Partey to come. T, can you hear us?
Partey. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
But you were
No, I
just
was thinking-
silent, so I was like, what?
Yeah. No. I was saying we definitely need Partey to come back, man. The thing is, look, for me, this Havertz thing, guys. I honestly, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to shit. If I'm talking about just yesterday's game, I actually don't think he had a great game. Like, I think the goal, when he scored the goal, I was like, yo, that was such a sick goal. But before that goal, I actually thought he was having a very average game, because a couple of times when he got the ball, I think really he was amazing. I don't know what his stats are, but I think every time I saw him compete for a header, he won most of them, if not all, from what I could remember, which is something we always knew about him, right? That he's good in the air. But a lot of times when he got those through balls from Odegaard or from whoever, or from Saka, a lot of times he miscontrolled them, right? And like the penalty that Trossard won, that through ball was to Havertz, and I think he just couldn't get it under control well. There was another one as well where it came from the right and he miscontrolled it and went all the way out wide. But we kept the ball in play. I don't.
Ash, the thing is with that, yeah, because that's a good point to move on. That's a nice little segue to Havertz, yeah. Because this is what I think about Havertz. I think he's on the pitch. His main role from Arteta is to draw runners, or to draw players towards him, to take them off of other players. Do you know what I mean? To create space. And I think he'd done that very well. I think he was very well. He done it very well in dragging players away. So either their centre backs, or either their centre backs, or drawing players away from either out of Martin Odegaard's way, or from Saka's way, or Martinelli's way, or Trossard's way, even, to give them the space in order for them to try and get a shot on goal. Do you know what I mean? That's where I personally think that Havertz is being used. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, sad. I understand that, and I think that only works when we're playing the Burnleys, the Sheffields, these kind of teams where we can dominate. And here's the thing: Arteta also believes that, because when we have played Chelsea this season, when we have played Liverpool at home this season, when we have played City at home this season, he's not started Havertz in the 8. The only time he started Havertz against one of these guys was when he played him against Liverpool away from home, because we had no one, because all our other options were out. But when he has options, he doesn't start Havertz, because he knows that's not going to give us what we need. And for me, right, even in those kind of games, and this is why I really need Partey to come back ASAP and hopefully come back fit and come back in good form the way De Bruyne came back. Because this thing of, running and distracting players is not good enough for me, right? Yeah, it's a nice thing to have, but I'm also going to judge you on what you do on the ball first, especially when you're a midfielder, right? When I say on the ball, I mean like your tackling and interceptions, but obviously on your ball means also your dribbling, your passing, the way you control the ball, the way you link up and all that stuff. And when it comes to that, he's probably the weakest link in our starting 11. If you look at our fully fit 11, and if Havertz is in that mid, he's our weakest link by far in every one of these departments. So we say, yeah, he makes these good runs and he distracts and all that stuff. I think Declan Rice is smart enough to be trained to do the exact same thing. But he will give you a lot more on the ball. He'll give you a lot more off the ball.
But you don't.
I totally agree with you, by the way, Ashraf. I think he, even if he had a good game, you can still see that he is the weakest link when it comes to you know, passing the ball and just asking for the ball, dribbling with the ball. You can name a lot of things. He is our weakest link because he just looks so slow and sluggish, like he is underwater, you know. And
Yeah,
that's where the criticism comes from, and I totally understand that because I see that as well. That's why I'm saying if Havertz had a little bit more quick feet, I think he would be a much better player than he is right now.
exactly.
It's just how he's made, you know.
Yeah. Just go ahead, Hook. So, because I want to move on from this guy, because
Yeah,
this guy is
no,
always the main topic.
it's fine. We can move on, man. I'm never gonna win this battle because the thing that Havertz is actually good at, people aren't measuring him on. And then
No. I give him credit. I give him credit for dragging players away from certain other
he's a
players
system
that
player.
are more dangerous. Yeah, exactly.
He's a system player. So for you to understand how good Havertz is, you need to understand the only reason that we have him is because of our system. And we also need to get rid of this notion of if we have a fully fit team, he wouldn't play. Because even if we had a fully fit team, it doesn't matter because Havertz would still play because he plays in the system the way that Arteta wants the left eight to play in the system. Declan Rice is not going to do that. Even if you put Declan Rice there and you put Partey in the 6, Partey is not going to do what Rice does. They're not the same player in that way, in that sense. So do you know what? I'm gonna just wait until the end of the season, and then I hope at the end of the season, all of you guys come on, and then we can call it the Havertz review show, and then we'll see what go on.
I'll tell you this from now, honestly, guys. Even if we win the double, I will still say that we can do better than Havertz because the fact is we have played against Liverpool and City this season with Rice and Jorginho as the pivot, and we played really well in both games. Yes, both games are a bit different. One was a bit too defensive, and we had to because City were just too good for us. And the other one, we attacked the hell out of Liverpool and we destroyed them. If you take off Jorginho now and put Partey, that automatically becomes a much better midfield, right? And yes, I understand what Havertz gives us. I think his intelligence off the ball to make those runs and stuff is amazing. Yes, he's a system player. But then my point is, why can't we have a system player who's also good on the ball? Chaka last season is a system player, but he was much better than Havertz on the ball, which is why he was creating, even though he's slow and all that stuff. I get it. But my point is we should have upgraded on Chaka, and I don't think we have. I genuinely don't think we have.
Yes, and this is why I mentioned about when we were linked with Onana in the January transfer window before it started. I talked about him being not the right profile because of how he is, because of his speed, because of his technique. You know what I'm saying? And that also proves Ashraf's point. Because if we had, for example, a profile like Barella, I'm not saying like on the level like Barella, but the profile. I'm just talking about purely about the profile. That would suit the system, I think, a lot better because of the fact that he can do a lot more individually. You know, because I'll give Havertz praise where praise is due, but if we had, for example, Santi Cazorla with this team, it would be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? It would be a lot different.
No, fair enough. That's good points. Guys, next one I want to, by the way, guys, we are about to speak about some other players, but make sure you're first of all liking the video. Make sure you're dropping that like on the video as well on the stream and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And guys, I want to speak about the next player. Okay. I want to speak about the next player. Our very own. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Bukayo Saka, he's one of our own. Let me know your thoughts, man, because I think this guy, Bukayo Saka, in this game was absolutely electric, unplayable, taking on his man, trying to shoot, getting in very good positions. I think he just had an amazing game, man. Amazing game, even helping out with his defensive. It feels like the leash has been taken off of him. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
From how he was playing before to how he's playing now, it's like the leash has been taken off of him. He hasn't got that around his neck anymore, and he's just free to go and run, do whatever he wants to do on the pitch. What were your guys' thoughts, man? Because I think he was electric. 2 goals in this game, and I don't think he got an assist, did he? I think it was just
No.
2 goals. He got 2 goals in this game. One of them was a pen. The other one was a brilliant goal with his right foot, which people say, oh, he's too predictable. He's too predictable. Well, look, when he's given the ability to just do what he wants to do, yeah, he can shoot on his right or his left foot. He realistically can shoot on his right or left. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? So I think for me anyway, I think it was a brilliant game from Bukayo Saka, my fucking star boy, man, my star boy. And it's very funny how now that he's performing well, all of a sudden, all of these Foden comparisons go down. But I'm still hearing this. I'm still hearing this clown Rio Ferdinand trying to say that he'll take Doku over Saka. What a clown! What a
You know
clown.
what the narrative is now. The narrative now is, oh, Foden and Saka don't play the same position, so you cannot compare them. But when it suits Foden, they do compare him with Saka.
Mm.
So
Because
how funny is that? You know, because I can give criticism even at Saka. You know how I am. I roast every player in this team when they deserve it. But Saka, bro, it's exactly like you said. This is Saka unleashed. Okay, but not only him, but every player in this team ever since that Dubai trip, ever since this year, because we didn't lose this year, we didn't lose a point this year, you know. Um, and ever since that, bro, everyone looks a lot more hungry, a lot more fast. It's like the narrative of, hey, our Arsenal are just preserving energy for the latter end of the season to unleash them. That looks exactly like what it is right now with this team, you know, and Saka as well. And that's why Saka is performing, because Saka is not just holding the ball and passing back, just like what Martinelli did in the beginning of the season, you know. And Saka is going forward now. Saka is going into the middle more, so he can get into goal scoring positions. It's not only, and that's why I like Trossard, because Trossard complements him so well through the right. You know, I mean, when Saka comes from the right, Trossard complements him so well because he is ready for a shot, or he is ready for a through ball for him, so he can go into the middle and Trossard interchanges with him, because Trossard is everywhere. He's in the middle, he is in the midfield, he's on the right, he's on the left, he's everywhere, bro. And that's why, yeah, man, this team looks a lot more fluid, and I love it. Saka, do not ever disrespect my star boy ever again. It's clear as day. This guy is moving mad, and yeah, and what I liked about him as well this game is he was angry, bro. He was angry when Arteta took him out of the game because he wanted that hat trick. Just like last game, he wanted that hat trick. And every time Arteta gets him off when he's on the verge of getting a hat trick, this guy gets pissed off. And yesterday, last game was he got pissed off as well. And I like that about him. And just like what Hook said as well, the mentality to talk about, yeah, bun this game. We're focusing on Porto right now. That's the mentality we need from this team. And this guy at this age, 22 years old, bro, this guy, sky is the limit for this guy. And this game, bro, amazing. He could have easily gotten a hat trick if he played 80 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And the thing is as well, yeah, can we just remember that he is now on, I'm just getting his goals up,
12 goals and 7 assists in the Premier League.
And I need to bring the thing is with me, yeah. The thing is with me, I don't just bring up the Premier League stats. I don't bring up the Premier League stats. I look at all the stats because that's what I base every single player on. I go whenever somebody tells me to look at a player's stats, I look at their whole stats, what they've done in all competitions. Yeah,
I think 16 goals, 10 assists. No.
So overall, he's got 15 goals and 13 assists. Yeah. 15 goals and 13 assists. That is 28 GA in all competitions right now. And he is on track, by the way, to beat his Premier League tally last season, which I believe he finished. He finished with 14 goals and 11 assists.
Yep,
he's on track to beat that, bro. He's on track to beat that. And also now he's doing it in the Champions League where people said, oh my God, how will Saka cope? This is what we need to see. We need to see if Saka can cope with the Champions League and the Premier League at the same time. How will he cope? Well, he's coping pretty fine because he got 3 goals and 4 assists in the Champions League, and he's got 12 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League. He's coping pretty fine, and he's looking like he's about to outscore and assist and just out GA himself from last season. So, real quick, these people need to come back out the woodwork because I need to see who these people are. Yeah, because people are coming out and putting dirt on my star boy's name. Yeah, and I will not stand for it anymore. Yeah, because yes, he was a bit reserved, but now, hey, listen, like I said, man, the leashes are off and he is free, bro. He's roaming free, like when you let a dog off in a park. That's it. He's going, bro. He's just doing whatever he wants to do, man. Having fun, and I love the mentality as well, which T just said, man. I love that he said important game.
Do you know something that when you think about it even deeper, do you know something that's actually crazy? Yeah, is Saka's become even more unpredictable as a player. Like for a long period of time, he became very predictable. But that's if you think about it realistically, he's naturally a left-sided player. So he started off playing on the left, right, left back. So he's naturally a left-sided player. And what Arteta did is go, okay, cool. We're gonna put you onto the right so you can learn how to cut in and use your left foot from the right. But that became very predictable, right? Because now a lot of players come up against Saka and like, okay, I don't need to worry about a lot because you're going to cut in. So I just need to prepare for your left foot. But then he started running down the line and he started crossing it in from that right side as well. So that added an extra layer to his game. But now he's cutting in and shooting with his right foot, which means, theoretically speaking, Arsenal could now do something like, okay, let's play Saka on the left and Jesus on the right. Because now, theoretically speaking, Saka should be able to cut in onto his right foot and do the same what he does on the left. So I think that I may get clipped and whatever in it, but I think we may have a future winner in Saka. Like I believe we have a future Ballon d'Or winner in Bukayo Saka. That I'm sorry, I see this guy do. If you think, every obstacle that's been put in front of him, he's cleared. He's done it for Arsenal once. Can he do it for England? Did it for England. He's done it in the Prem, but can you do it in the Champions League? He's literally killing the Champions League right now. You know what? Yeah, if we end the season, winning either the Prem or the Champions League and getting to at least the semi-finals of the Champions League, no one can chat to me about him not being a nominee for the Ballon d'Or, especially considering his output. His output is insane. Where would Arsenal be without Saka? Just think about it. Where would he be?
It'll be a techie situation.
We would be beating Manchester City without Saka.
There you are. This guy is a fraudulent guy. The most fraudulent guy, bro. He's right, but it's fraudulent. That's a fraudulent take. Fairs. Respect.
Yeah, look, I think he's a beast, man. This guy, 12 goals and 7 or 8 assists in the Premier League is mental. And this is someone who's being criticized of having a bad season, which, by the way, he has been. In the first, I think the first half of the season, we can be fair and say he was a bit underwhelming. He looked a bit clueless sometimes. He looked like he was running out of solutions when he was getting stuck in these situations where he was getting doubled. But yeah, man, I think what you're saying, Saad, is true. The shackles are off. He's a lot more adventurous now. His finishing, that finish with his right foot is incredible. I've never once bought into the notion that he's predictable or that he's only got one foot, because he's done it last season too, and he's done it the seasons before that, where he scored bangers with his right foot. Last season against Leeds, top roof of the net with his right foot. Against Everton, same thing. Banged it in top roof with his right foot again when we won 4-0. He's done it obviously this season against Nottingham Forest. He's done it this season against obviously now against Burnley. I think he's done it against another team as well where he scored with his right foot. So I'm a bit surprised that people are saying that he's only one-footed. He clearly isn't. There's many times when he's crossed on his right, he's actually gone on the outside and crossed the ball with his right, and we managed to score from it. But yeah, man, look, he's having such a sick performance last couple of games. And if he can keep this up, I agree with you, Saad. He will beat his record from last season, which is mental to think about, bro. Because the guy is what, 22, and he's already having incredible stats. I've seen a stat today or yesterday. I remember when I saw it, where in his first 210 games, he's got better stats than Cristiano Ronaldo. Now he's not gonna go on to become as good as Cristiano.
He
I
might.
think that's too. I think that's too high of a bar. I think Cristiano is the second or third greatest player of all time. So I feel like that's too high of a bar. But he is going into the right direction for sure, because stats wise at his age are fantastic. The only thing for him to win a Ballon d'Or in the future, to add to what Hook said, he has to win a couple of not couple. I mean, Ballon d'Or is like a 1 year thing, but I think for him to cement that legacy, he has to lead Arsenal to greatness. And leading Arsenal to greatness means a couple of leagues. It doesn't mean just one league. It has to be a couple of leagues. Our first ever Champions League, obviously. And he has to stay at the club for a long time. Like, he shouldn't be performing at this level and then leave us in 2-3 years and go to Man City and take the easy way out. So let's hope, man. Let's hope he continues that way. I
Yeah,
think if we are to win the league this season, he's going to be imperative to that.
yeah. Listen. I completely agree. I can't lie, man. I think for us, listen, Saka has got such a bright career. He has such a bright career, and he's just got so many levels to go to. Now he's just proven the haters wrong, because everybody was saying he's predictable. Everybody's saying that he's a word that I was hearing a lot was one-dimensional. Oh, Saka's one-dimensional. He's not. He's not. The realistic point about this is that Saka is actually not a one-dimensional player. He was just being asked to do that. That's genuinely what I think. I think it was the system that was based to try and get more control. Arteta, unfortunately, was still trying to get more control. He was, asking his wingers, "Oh, it doesn't matter if we're not getting goals. We will get goals in the end. But let's just keep on trying to get this control. Let's just keep on doing what we're doing. Wingers, you guys have to take the safest shots. You have to take the safest pot. Excuse me, the safest pass. You know what I mean? You have to always pick the safe option. You have to pick the safe option." But listen, I think that Saka's got a remarkable career ahead of him, and I think we got an amazing player on our hands. To be honest, if I'm being realistic, on this one. But next player, we need to move on. There's so many players to speak about, bro. I think a shout out needs to go out to Declan Rice as well. Always brilliant in games. He was brilliant in this game as well. But a player that I really want to speak about, who Capo actually called him Spider-Man, bro. He called him Spider-Man, bro, because he was just just throwing all of these passes around, bro, like they're spider webs. You know what I mean? And that player is none other than Martin Odegaard. Yeah, MO, our guy. Yeah, the Norwegian magician. Yeah. And listen, I think this is one of the best performances I've seen from him in a while. This performance, and I think maybe since the Liverpool game away from home, since then I think he's been dropping some very good performances. Since then, I think he changed, and he was just dropping good performance after good performance after good performance. At times, the results didn't kind of go our way or didn't look as convincing. But oh my God, yesterday, this guy was just involved in everything, involved in absolutely everything. And I just listen. I could not be more happier to see Odegaard flourishing, man. He was thriving. Just the passes, the shot. Oh my God, his goal, bro. Do you know how hard it is you get a pass, it flicks up like that, and you have to hit off the volley, bro. Well, it was a half volley. It was a half. So to hit off the half volley like that, bro, is crazy, man. So listen, I think Odegaard was amazing today, or in this game, and I don't know what you guys' thoughts were on him as well. If you guys quickly go.
Yeah, I echo that, man. I'll just keep it short and sweet. I echo what you say about Ødegaard, and that's why we've been screaming for him to shoot outside the box, because we know what he can do. You know, When you get the ball, just shoot. It doesn't have to be the beautiful play every time. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot sometimes, and that's what he did, and that's why it was a beautiful goal, and he scored at the end. But apart from that, bro, this guy was unplayable. Nobody could touch this guy, bro. Yeah, this game. It was like when he gets the ball, everyone moves in slow motion for him. You know, he just sees everything and pass through balls. The through ball to Saka for the third goal as well. Amazing assist. Um, yeah, like I said, bro, he was unplayable. This guy, this is the Ødegaard that we've been missing. And I agree with what you say about ever since the Liverpool game, he's turned up a little bit, and that's also what I said about in the Saka segment. It's like Arteta told these guys, okay, now we go to gear 4 and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And Ødegaard is one of those people as well. And when you shoot, you get goals. It's as simple as that. And this guy never shot the ball this season almost. You know, it almost feels like this guy never shot the ball. But when he shoots, he can do damage. And we saw this game how that went. You know? And yeah, apart from that, I'm just happy that he found his rhythm, because you can see that this guy is a lot more involved with the players as well, asking for the ball, screaming at the ref, screaming at the players, because normally Ødegaard is not that talkative. That's why, hey, we say maybe he's not the right captain material, because you rather want someone like Rice, who's involved with literally everyone, to be the captain. And Ødegaard just shows that he can be that player. And when you show glimpses of that, when you show glimpses of brilliance, and when you become a player that is literally unplayable, then I'm happy. Then I'm happy, and I can only give him praise. Long may it continue. You're earning your bread right now, and yeah, I have literally no criticism whatsoever, man.
Yeah,
You can
no, 100%.
you can see why Real Madrid wanted him at a really young age. You can see why he's the captain of his country. You can see why he was even made captain at Arsenal. Like, I don't know. I feel personally it's a lot of the criticism of Ødegaard's been a bit harsh, because he's literally doing no different than what he's been doing all season. It's just that we're now more clinical. Like, we're actually converting the chances. Like, he's created a lot of chances for a lot of players throughout this season, and it's just so now that people are finally putting it away. He does shoot from time to time, but when he shoots, I feel like I don't feel like there's much conviction behind a lot of the shots that he takes. But as of recent, I get the feeling like I want to score. Like, I really want to score. So yeah, he's picking up the ball in the right places. He's commanding the press. He's triggering the press. He's usually the first one to trigger the press when players try to play out. When teams try to play out from the back, for some reason he never loses stamina. Like, he presses the same way he does in the first minute to what he does in the 96th. So I'm just so happy that he's at my club, man. I can't even lie, man. Before he joined Arsenal, at least like a good 4 to 5 football managers before that, I would always sign this guy. And the fact that he's now playing for my club, I couldn't be any happier. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what he can cook up for us for the rest of the season. But I definitely feel him and a lot of the players are just in flow state right now, and we're just going to see a lot of magic come from all of them.
Yeah, look, I echo what the guy said. I think his good form started from way before. I think even against Brighton, when we won 2-0, like, he was on steroids that day, the way he was playing against Wolves as well. Remember when he set up like 2 or 3 very good chances where our players went one-on-one and missed, unfortunately. He's been on smoke for like a few games now, which is good again, because he's obviously our captain, and last season he was one of the best, if not the best midfielder, I think, in terms of performance, and he's replicating that level now. And look, a lot of things were not working for him in the first half of the season. And I remember like saying, Saad, obviously, like when we were streaming, that he should just try and go to basics, get back a bit get the ball from the center backs, just to make sure he gets a lot more touches on the ball. Because some of these midfielders, like when they're not having that form, you need to touch the ball a lot more to be able to like to instinctively know what to do next. Because a lot of the things that these guys do in these positions is instincts, right? When you get the ball and you're under the press, it's instincts, like when you're going to turn right, where you're going to turn left and stuff. And he wasn't having that in the first half of the season, but he's been doing it incredibly well this season, getting out of tight spaces, threading good through balls. That free kick he took, by the way, was not that bad either. Like I wish it was slightly more to the right. I think it would have given the keeper a lot more to think about, but it was a decent free kick. And yeah, we know he can shoot. He just needs to do that a lot more outside the box. The funny thing is, if he was inside the box and he had to shoot like in front of goal, he probably would have missed somehow. But when he gets these shots outside the box, when he has to finish them first time or take that control and take the shot, he does really well. So I do want to see him get into those positions a lot more to take those shots. And he can only do them when he receives the ball from the left side, because I don't think he's good to take those shots from his right foot. So it was a decent pass from Martinelli.
Yeah, he never does, eh? He never does something with his right foot, bro.
Nothing, bro. Whenever he gets those kind of shots, or whenever he gets those same kind of crosses from the right side, whether it's from Saka or Benoit or whatever, he'll never shoot it first time. And I understand, because if it's your weaker foot and you're not confident, fair enough. But when we are attacking from the left side, I'm always looking for him, because I'm like, yo, these guys are going to look for him to finish it first time, because he does it quite often, to be honest. So yeah, man, incredible. I think he has the potential to, I'm not even like joking when I say this. I don't know, but like, I'm not going to go as far as saying Ballon d'Or like we said with Saka, but I think he has the potential to be like one of the best midfielders to play in the Premier League. But again, if he wins a bunch of leagues with us, if he wins a couple of Champions Leagues, he definitely has the skill and talent. The question, and as Hook said, he's literally one of the first guys to press, and we see him pressing for 90 minutes, which means he has the effort and the hustle as well. We just need to make sure that this continues for the next 4, 5, 6 seasons, while winning trophies, obviously on the way. And I think he will cement his legacy as an incredible Arsenal legend. But yeah, obviously these things have to come first.
Yeah, no, 100%. And guys, just before we get into player ratings, I just want to go through the defense. Obviously, Saliba and Gabriel, amazing as always. Gabriel, just the best, bro. Just the best. But one of the defenders that I really wanted to get into was Kivior, who actually had a very good performance. Actually had a very good performance, and right now he's me and Ash are in the mud, bro. Me and Ash are in the mud.
Yeah, you are in the mud
right now. Yeah, I'm in the mud because I said he can never play left back, and you know what I'm doing in this mud, bro? I'm taking a shower, bro. I'm like this. All right, then, bro. You think I'm gonna be pissed off about being in the mud, bro? I'm here, bro. I'm enjoying it, bro. This is a mud bath, bro. I'm in a spa. Come on, man. Be in the mud bath, bro. Don't worry.
But to be fair to you and Ashraf, though,
yeah,
his role changed. He's not doing the same things as what he did. He's not doing the same things as what he did before when he played left back, bro. He now stays back and just chills there and plays next to Gabriel. That's what he does. Yeah. Because now we have Benny Blanco inverting. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've given you praise a lot for this, Hooks, but that Ben White CDM call was an amazing call. He is not playing CDM.
That's my idea, bro. That was my idea.
No. Hey, Hooks said it. Hooks said it.
No, hold on.
There you are. You fraud.
Hold on. After certain allegations that got put on my name, I have to take the idea now, because you know what I mean. I got approached, bro. I got approached by people. I was like, whoa. What do you mean? Hey, no, I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. Hey, but Hooks.
So now you're claiming it,
bro. Hooks was right on that, bro. He called that shit.
Yeah, and he is not directly playing CDM. He is playing right back, inverting, the usual stuff. But ever since that changed, Kivior started playing much better. And we've been talking about this last, not we, because you didn't know me by then, but when he changed holding for Kivior at the latter end of last season, we looked much better. That season, when we finished the season, even though we bottled the league, with Kivior we looked much better than with Holding, which is not a high bar. But let me say this: I've always said, centrally, this guy is a quality player. He can do a thing. Let's be real. It's not like this guy is trash. This guy is a solid defender when he plays centrally. But when you ask him with his speed to do stuff that Ben White can do, Tomiyasu can do, but he cannot do, then he will play bad. And when he plays bad, when he goes into positions that he needs to defend, he will lose his head as well. Because this is not only physical, this is also a lot of psychological stuff. Because you're asking a lot of these players, you know? And that's why hey, we can. I'm not justifying what happened at PSV because that's not justifiable. But you can just clearly see that he was Bambi on ice. He was that FIFA player that you put in a position and his rating goes like 30 ratings below, you know, because he is at the wrong position. That's what he looked at the left back. But ever since the role change with Ben White, he looks a lot better because he needs to do a lot less, and he can just be himself and be solid in the back instead of doing attacking stuff like Ben White, you know. And yeah, props to him, man. Props to him. And the main guy who I can give props to for this is Arteta, because he finally saw it that Kivior is not the guy for inverting. You need to find other solutions, and he found the solution in Ben White. And let's be real, we've criticized Ben White a lot this season, but ever since he started inverting, he's looking a lot better. These last two games, he looked amazing, bro. And yeah, we can say it's West Ham and it's Burnley, but bro, doing that solid of a job, I can only give you praise. Whoever is in front of us, you know. So yeah, all praise to Kivior, man. But he finally found something that he can do, and that's why he plays good. And praise to Arteta for that. You know.
I think the reason why he does it well is because he's naturally a ball playing centre back. So because he's naturally a ball playing centre back, he's just comfortable on the ball. That's really what it is. And if you think about him, like as a person, he's actually just a really chilled, laid back, calm person. So I rarely think that he kind of gets nervous when people are around him. He's kind of like Saliba in a sense. Like when players are close to him, he doesn't really get like anxious or makes that mistake because he's worried about the ball being taken off of him. He's really calm on the ball. So yeah, I say the one thing he probably does lack, which probably makes it better for him to invert, is speed. He's not the fastest of players. But outside of that, do you remember when people were trolling us fans about paying 50 million for him? That 50 million don't look so bad now. It don't look too bad now, does it? It looks like a bit of a bargain.
It was 35, right? I thought it was 35.
No,
it
paid
was
50.
50. It was 50. It was 50.
Paid 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's look, I'm gonna talk on all the four defenders. 5 actually, if you include Cedric Suarez, who came on in the second half. Honestly, honestly, guys, honestly, he came on for like 10 minutes. He didn't do much wrong. To be fair, like he was actually passing the ball well.
Bro,
I don't want him to.
Can I say one
he
thing,
needs to leave
Ashraf?
tomorrow.
One thing,
Go ahead, T.
bro. When he inverted, he looked so lost, bro. He was like, "What am I gonna do now?" He went inverted, and he was like, he looked like left, right, like you're lost in the forest, you know. Allah, he looked lost, bro. Bambi on ice. Bruh, it's crazy.
He still has that mindset from Southampton. He's like, we don't know what inverting means. Like we don't do this inverting shit, bro. We just run up and down the same flag, bro. We don't have this inversion. But look, with the entire defense, for me, I'm gonna start with like Saliba. I think another top performance from him, one of the best centre backs in the world. Obviously, at this age, it's just frightening how good he is and how great he can go on to be, which is amazing because we have so many young players who I think are still far from their peak. And Saliba is
sorry, Ash.
one of the...
just while you're saying that, yeah, because I was asked this question: who do I think has been better this season, Saliba or Gabriel?
Oh, I'm coming to that.
Sorry, no, not Saliba and Gabriel. Saliba or Van Dijk. Who do I think has been better, Saliba or Van Dijk? Okay. Now I said Van Dijk. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout.
No, but now I have to. There we go. Look at hooks already. Look at hooks already. I said Van Dijk, but now I'm actually looking at performances and I'm like, bro, I don't even think it's Van Dijk. I think it genuinely is either Saliba or Gabriel are one of the two centre backs that have been.
I don't think it's crazy to say Van Dijk because
I know it's not crazy. I know it's not crazy.
Yeah, I think it's very close. I think it's subjective. You could make arguments for both because I think Saliba made a couple of errors. Van Dijk has made a couple of errors, but
that's what I was basing it off of.
Yeah, outside those two errors, both of them have looked flawless throughout the season. The only thing I would give Saliba over Van Dijk, this isn't necessarily a criticism on Van Dijk. It's obviously intelligent defending too, but the one thing I would give Saliba over Van Dijk is he engages a lot more. And when you engage in these battles, in the one-on-one duels, it's easier for you to get exposed, but he's not afraid of that. Whereas Van Dijk doesn't engage as much in one-on-ones.
Yeah.
But again, it's not really a criticism because it's smart defending in the end. If you're gonna get the ball back regardless. But yeah, look, good game, very very good game from Saliba. Obviously, Ben White, I think incredible the way he's like last couple of games he's been so solid as a right back, inverting really well, and not just inverting. Even when he makes these runs, and the way he, as Hook said, he's so chill and calm on the ball. The way he controls the ball, bro. That nutmeg he did on Curtis Jones a couple of weeks ago is one of the best nutmegs I've seen in my life. Right? Because the ball was in the air, right? He sees Curtis Jones charging at him. I've never seen someone nutmeg the ball, like nutmeg someone like that in the air. And you can tell he meant it. I've watched this nutmeg a million times, and you can see him nutmegging and actually moving seamlessly behind him. So he meant it. You can clearly tell he meant it, which
He
is
already
mental.
planned it. He planned it.
He planned it, bro. He planned it. Because sometimes, when you do these flukish nutmegs, you react a bit late because you didn't expect it to go through. Whereas this guy, he touched the ball and immediately went, knowing it's going to go through his legs. It was beautiful, and he's been incredible on the ball last couple of games. Defensively, we always know he's decent because he was a centre back first. It's amazing to see that he's also performing well on the ball. Look, with Kivior, I don't regret what I said in the past because he was shit as a left back. He was getting absolutely skinned. The Luton game, I remember, he was horrible against Luton Town. Against PSV, the guy got skinned by Bakayoko. The guy then they team tagged to Serginho Dest, and he came and got skinned by him as well. So we've had games where he played left back and he was horrendous. So I don't regret what I said before. However, I did say that he should never ever play as a left back again in the future, and that part I was definitely wrong at because he has played left back in the last 2.5 games, even against Liverpool when he came off the second half, and he was fantastic in all of those games. And as T said, it's probably because he's had less pressure now of going to the middle, and he's just been asked to stick back. You don't even need to make overlapping runs; just make sure you defend one-on-ones, and he's done that really good.
He's doing Ben White's job. Ben White's job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The last guy I want to talk about is, in my opinion, the best centre back in the league this season. It's not Saliba for me. It's not Van Dijk. It's not Diaz. It's not Romero. It's not Van. Stop it, T. Stop
Okay,
it.
I'll stop. Okay, that's the last time.
I was building up to hail a Brazilian, and the guy says Cedric Suarez. But yeah, I think Gabriel, in my opinion, has been the best centre back in the league this season. And I saw the thing with the football terrace, by the way, where that young Dan was saying, "Oh yeah, like he would take Romero and Saliba." It's a fucking joke, right? Because in my opinion, it's in this order: it's Gabriel, Saliba, Van de Ven, and then Romero. Gabriel has been incredible this season. This crap that people say about him from 2 seasons ago, from 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, Bozo Gene. He hasn't showed that Bozo Gene in ages. So people need to start looking past that crap and actually look at his performances over the last 1 year. This game against Burnley, you guys remember the first encounter he had with Fofana? Fofana ran past him.
Yeah.
The guy chased him in the penalty box and made what most defenders would consider a dangerous tackle, made that tackle and won the ball, and he screamed. He got up and screamed like cheering because he actually recovered. And after that, every duel he had with Fofana, he destroyed him. He bodied him. He just bodied Fofana. Even though the guy is quick and physically strong, he bodied him and won the ball. And here's the thing, one of the biggest things that I used to criticize him of, to be fair, like 2 seasons ago, was how poor he was on the ball. He's been amazing on the ball. The last 1 year, he's been so damn good on the ball. He runs well with it, plays very good passes down the flank. A lot of the long balls he gives, I think he's better in his long balls than Saliba, by the way. I think some of those long passes he gives to Martinelli or diagonally are actually incredible. Not to mention, he scored more goals since he's joined Arsenal than any other defender in the Premier League. So he's even a scoring asset. Right? He's such a solid defender. I've not seen him get humiliated this season. I've not seen him get destroyed this season. I've not seen him have one horrendous game this season. And the fact that he was dropped in the first 3 games, by the way, was is still a joke to me, right? And now that he came out and spoke about it like a couple of weeks ago, where he said, "Yeah, it was difficult for me, but I had to be patient," blah blah blah. It tells you that it was not an injury, because I remember people were saying in the beginning of the season, "Oh, he just came back from injury, so Arteta's being careful." It had nothing to do with that. Arteta just wanted to try something different, and luckily, that plan failed, and he's back to the team right now. So big up to Gabriel, bro. Honestly, he's just been phenomenal this season.
I
Yeah,
think
no, 100%.
I think he's so what he's benefiting from that Arsenal haven't had in a while is behind him. He's got a very calm, cool, and collected goalkeeper. To the right of him, he's got a very calm, cool, and collected defender. And in front of him, he's got a very cool, calm, and collected DM. Like literally, that diamond at the back is so insane. Like they work together so well that
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like they don't feel like any of them are going to make mistakes. So they just play with more freedom and more expression because they know that I'm gonna be covered by this person. Like, do you know what? Yeah, something that's even that I noticed that Raya does. Sorry to go on to Raya, but I guess he's part of the defense, right? Something that Raya does that Ramsdale didn't do so much is when Ben White inverts, yeah, Saliba moves to right back, which then makes Gabriel move to the right central defender, and then Raya becomes the left centre back, which I
Yeah.
think is actually insane. Is actually insane. It helps our build-up play so much. So yeah, I don't know. We got the best defense. I find it crazy when anyone does like a best 11 between both teams and doesn't put the entire back five of Arsenal, because if you break up that back five, what's the point? This doesn't work the same, right? So yeah, man. I mean, it's just great to be an Arsenal fan right now. I can't.
Bro,
It
and
really is.
just imagine when Timber is back and like in full form, bro.
That's
It's
Lord,
mental.
bro. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Because this is what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Firstly, Gabriel. Yeah. The fact that the reason why I think he's been so good this season is because not only has he been, because he was always known as not necessarily the rash guy, but he was the physical centre back. He always likes to get stuck in, likes to make those tackles, likes to rough up his attacker. Yeah. Now he's getting better on the ball, bro. He's pinging passes.
He's the
Obviously,
leader in the back as well.
obviously he always scored the goals anyway. But like just the passion that he has, bro, for the club is amazing. And Kivior, like you said, is playing amazing when he doesn't have those defensive duties to take care of. And even for me, yeah, Ben White going into that inverting position, I think that's great, and I think that's what we were trying to do with Timber, because I think that's what we would have done with Timber, is try put him on the right and get him to invert. Now we can see how that works when, if let's say for instance we have Ben White doing it on the right back position and we have Timber doing it on the left back position. That's going to be great because either one of them can overlap, either one of them can invert, either one of them, because they're both good on the ball and they're both very good on the ball. It's not just good on the ball; they're both very good on the ball. Do you know what I'm saying?
They're very good
So
defensive. Well.
yeah, both very good defensively as well. So for me, it's just amazing. And that diamond that you were talking about, I actually wanted it to go the other way. Yeah. So for instance, let's say for instance we have Ben White on the right and we have Timber on the left, and they're both going up. And let's say for instance we have Jesus in the middle who drops deep a little bit, and you have similar to Liverpool formation of their prime days, where Firmino would drop back and Salah and Mane would just go in as like forwards, bro. And then the right wing back or right back and left back become the wingers, yeah. Let's say we do that, yeah. How I would like the defense to function with losing the right back and left back is Saliba and Gabriel split apart. They leave a space down the middle, and I want Declan Rice to fall into that position. I want Declan Rice to fall into that position. That's if we lose the ball. If we lose the ball, Declan Rice falls back into that position because Declan Rice has played centre back before. The
Yeah.
youngster days at West Ham, he played centre back. He knows how to play centre back because
Yeah.
that's what he was doing when he was first learning about the game. When he was
Mm.
first growing up as a child, as a youngster in the ranks of West Ham and Chelsea, he was playing as a centre back, bro. He was a centre back, so he knows how to play that position. So that's how I'd like to see it work with that diamond. If the wing backs go, bro, this team, if we actually, the future is gonna be nuts. The
Yeah.
future is going to be nuts, and with the amount of players that we're going to be adding, it's actually going to be crazy. But listen, bro, I ain't got enough words to say about this defense, man. And but I'm living life right now, bro. You know what I mean?
I was gonna open a whole new can of worms, but I know we were quite through the streams. I might save it for I might save it for a future one. I might save it.
Write it down. We need to save that, bro.
Don't worry. I'm
Just
posting.
wait. What?
chat.
Post it in the chat, bro. Post it in the chat real quick. What was it about? What was it? Just in the private chat here. I just want to know what it's about to see if we've got time for it or not. Yeah, no. We don't need to go into that, bro, because that's actually a mad conversation. That's like a 20-minute conversation, bro. That's a 20-minute conversation.
By the way, I agree with that, and I agree with that actually. I genuinely do. But anyways, we'll have it later.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But guys, we need to get into these player ratings, so we're gonna just quickly get through them. So I just want to go through everybody. So Raya, I'm giving Raya I'm gonna give him an 8, just because I don't think he needed to do much, but even when he was called upon, he was able to make that save, that one that was crossed in from the left.
Yeah, with his right hand. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him an 8. What are you guys gonna give him?
The same, or maybe a 7.5. It didn't have to do much, right? It's hard to judge, right?
Yeah. I agree with Hooks. He could have had tea with scones in goal.
Yeah.
He was just chilling, and 7.5, 8 is a good rating for him.
I'll give him an 8.5 maybe, because that save was decent. He didn't have much to do, but whenever he got the ball, some of his distribution was incredible. There was one incredible long ball that he just pinged all the way to Odegaard. It was just beautiful, and I've not seen him do it a lot this season, which is one of the main things we got him for. So yeah, I'll give him an 8.
Yeah. Benny Blanco. I forgot. I have to give my rating for me first.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9.
Go ahead.
I had 9 in my head.
9, yeah. So you're going 9. You're going 9. T.
Yeah,
I'm going 9 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9 as well. I think he had an amazing game. Terrific, absolutely brilliant. Saliba, what are we giving Saliba?
8.
Yeah,
I think he was very good, very solid. Not better than Gabriel, which is why I don't want to give him more than that. But 8, he did really well.
I feel
I
like
agree, 8.
Saliba had less to do in that game than Gabriel.
Yeah.
So I would say probably an 8.
No, fair enough. I'm gonna give Saliba an 8.5. But obviously my bigger rating is for Gabriel, obviously. So what are we giving Gabriel then?
10.
Right.
Yeah, I actually would give him a 10. I'm not gonna penalize him for not scoring. Everything else he did was phenomenal.
Do you know what? Yeah,
I'll give him. Go ahead.
The moment I knew that he was gonna have a 10 is when he was. I can't remember who the guy was, but he was jostling with this guy, and the guy got past him. He was on the right. Fofana, yeah, the guy got past him.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was thinking in my head, damn, is this the Bozo moment that we haven't seen in ages? And then out of nowhere, I just see a wild Gabriel.
That tackle was crazy, bro.
That's the one I mentioned, yeah?
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the tackle that he's talking about. That tackle's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. I have to. He had an epic game, man. I can't lie, man. I have to.
No, fair enough. T.
I'll give him a 9. I think he was really, really good. Our best defender on the day, but not a 10 out of 10 performance for me. It's still a 9.
No, fair enough. You guys know that I save my 10 for my man of the match. Gabriel isn't my man of the match, so I will give him a 9.5. But yeah, I think an amazing game from him. Kivior, what are we giving Kivior?
I'll give Kivior an 8.5. because
Yeah.
what I liked about Kivior this game is he roughed up their players. You know how many times he was like a bulldozer and clattered some of their players. You know,
Yeah.
him and Ben White, they were like in their faces and stuff. You know, I like to see that from my defenders. You know, I like to
Yeah.
see sometimes just make yourself known. Just let them know that you are there. You know, back in the days when our amazing midfielders and defenders did that, they just got a yellow card out of nothing. You know,
Yeah.
just clattering players. I like that, and Kivior did that. Ben White did that as well. That's why I'll give Kivior a higher rating than Saliba because they were both amazing, but Kivior was just slightly better for me.
No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. What are you guys giving Kivior?
I'd give the same
Uh,
8.5.
I'll
Ash?
give him a 7.5. You think it was
Right,
good?
okay.
I think of all our defenders, I'd probably rank him last, but he was very, very good though.
I'm giving him a 9. But
Wow.
that's just me. I just listen. I think it's been remarkable how good he is now. In that left back position when I didn't think that he was capable of doing it. So, and I know he's not inverting, but just the defensive capabilities, because I still think the defensive capabilities as a fullback is very difficult, bro. Because you're dealing with pacey wingers, bro. You're dealing with man that can leave you in smoke, bro. So it's crazy, man. But I'm gonna give him a 9, from my personal opinion. Declan Rice. What are we giving Declan Rice?
9.5.
9.5. Yeah.
I'll
Ash.
give him a solid.
See?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, go ahead, Ash.
No, go, bro.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I'll give him a 9. I just remember that tackle he made in the box when he tackled from behind and the ball went out. That tackle
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Yeah. So and
Mhm.
again, he was very, very good on the ball. So I'll give him a 9.
Yeah,
No.
no, I'll give him a solid 8.5. Mr. Consistent, you know, our most consistent player this season, and long may it continue, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm giving him a 9. I'm giving Declan Rice a 9. Always solid. Always, like you said, Mr. Consistent, man. I'm giving him a 9. Kai Havertz. Cadaver, as Capo calls him.
Cadaver, yeah.
Bro, for
Yeah.
me, right? If he didn't, sorry, go ahead, T.
No, go ahead, man.
No, I was saying before he scored that goal, I was gonna give him like a 6,
Oh,
but because he scored that goal and that was a solid goal, it was a beautiful goal. Actually, you know what? Give yours like 8.5. I just remember the throw in. By the way, that was such a good throw in.
Yeah.
Well, what a weird assist to get, but
There you are.
There you are. Yeah,
yeah,
look.
but
Yeah, the score's coming
uh,
out, man.
yeah. But I'll give Kai Havertz because of the goal he scored. I'll give him like a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. 7.5. He was a little bit inconsistent in the first half with his touches and stuff, like I said, with Trossard as well. And that's why I'll give him a slightly lower rating, but the goal just put the rating on a 7.5 for me.
No, fair enough. Sooks.
11. No, I'm joking.
Like, damn.
I wouldn't
Nah,
put it past you, bro.
I'll give him I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I think he did a lot of things well, and he got the goal, which I think it was a really good goal. But yeah, he was active, but I don't feel like I feel like he scored at a point where like Burnley had already given up, right? So not to take anything away from the goal, but I would like to see him score a first goal or a second goal in a demolition job like that.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7. You know what I mean? I think he done certain things well. He took the goal very well. And yeah, I just think it was a very before then it was, just an average game. He's doing what he's been asked to do, not doing it at a very, very high level. But scoring that goal, I think that bumps him up. That bumps him up to get a few more extra ratings for me, man. Because goal was taken very well to nuts the man and then score at the near post when you're right in front of the goalkeeper. It's difficult to do, and it went through his hands as well. It went
With
through
his weaker foot.
yeah, with his weaker foot as well, and it went under his arm. So to do that, it's good, man. It's good to see from him. Martin Odegaard. I'm gonna start this off firstly by saying he's getting a 10 from me. He's my man of the match. He is my man of the match. I know a lot of people were giving it to Saka, but I'm sorry, without Martin Odegaard finding Saka for that second goal, without Martin Odegaard taking on that shot and scoring a goal himself, he was doing absolutely everything on that pitch. He was involved in everything. He was pressing, he was passing into space, running into open spaces, trying to get involved. So I'm giving Martin Odegaard a 10 rating for me. He's my man of the match. What are you guys gonna give him?
100.
Fair enough. I'll accept that, bro. I'll accept that right now.
He's my man of the he whatever the highest anyone thinks in their head, he has to get it, man. He was man of the match by leaps and bounds. Like, don't get me wrong, Saka was amazing as well. But if you remove Odegaard, is Saka as good in that game as he was? I don't know, man. Like, Odegaard was actually the orchestrator in that game. Like, he just had it. He just had it all going on, man. See, look at this, man of the match. Everyone can agree he was just the man of the match. So
yeah, and I agree. He was unplayable. Nobody could touch him. He was Mr. Untouchable. No can touch this. No. So yeah. So yeah, man. I just echo what Hooks is saying. This guy earned his flowers. A true captain performance, and happy, man.
Nah, fair enough.
Man of the match for me as well, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think for me as well, man of the match, 10 out of 10, incredible. Like, very good goal, good assist to Saka. The thing is, watching him play is so joyful, honestly, because it's so entertaining and the way he just makes things stick and all, incredible, man. And then yesterday was definitely one of his best performances. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, nah, everybody's in agreement there. The next player, Bukayo. What are we giving him, man? What are we giving him? And by the way, big up to my Chronicle, because normally I only give the 10 to the man of the match, innit? But I'm gonna need to make an exception today. He's also getting a 10 from me. I can't lie. He's also getting a 10 from me. I have to make an exception today because I think he was playing out of his skin. So he's getting a 10 from me. Bukayo Saka, my star freaking boy, man. My star boy, bro. And the reason why he's getting a 10, if I could give him 12 just for that additional interview after the game, I would, bro. I would. Because that interview after the game, bro, just hyped me up even more. Not even just because of the game, just because of what he said after the game, where he was like, "Now we got an important game on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to go there. I want to go there and play." You know what I mean? We all know this guy doesn't shy away from playing games. We all know that he loves to play games and he wants to play absolutely every single game. You know what I mean? He could be hopping on one leg and still be like, "I'm all right, boss. I can go out there and I can try and hop and kick at the same time. It's all good." You know what I mean? So he's an absolute star boy, man. So I'm giving him a 10 for me.
Yeah, I'll give him 9.5 for me because I mean, very good goals. I like the penalty he took, even though the keeper jumped the right way. Was still quite decent. Amazing finish with his right foot. I don't think he was Odegaard level, which is why I'll probably say a 9.5.
T?
I'll give him a 10. He was also unplayable.
Yeah,
this guy when he turns on the Jets, you see what happens, and the goal with his right foot, amazing. It was crazy, man. And you gave praise to Odegaard for that pass, Ashraf, and I agree, it was an amazing pass. But the hill to hill that Saka did to free his to free space and shoot with his right foot, that was all him, bro. That was all him.
Exactly.
And man, amazing game. And he was pissed off when Arteta took him out because he wanted that hat trick, like I said before. And I just like to see that from one of our best players on the team, man. And
he would have got it. He would have got it when Trossard went If you guys remember, Trossard went 1-on-1, and instead of squaring it to Saka, he went for the finish instead and missed it. He would have got the hat trick then, but
Yeah,
this is what this.
yeah, 10 for me.
No, fair enough. Hooks, have you given your one already?
9.5.
9.5. No worries, no worries. Right, let's just quickly go to we'll quickly go to Martinelli. Martinelli for me, I'm gonna give Martinelli. I'm gonna give him a 7. A 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a
Same.
7. I don't feel like he was. The thing is, I have to start asking questions because he's still not on the score sheet.
He got
I
the
know
assist.
he
though.
assisted. I know he got the assist for Erdegaard's goal, but I need him to be on the score sheet, man. I need him to try to get a bit more involved, score a goal, man. Like you're a very clinical player, bro. So you have to be getting on the score sheet. I expect all my attackers to get on the score sheet, especially in that one. But he definitely did assist. I'm gonna give him a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7 for that game.
7 from me as well. I think he was the quietest out of the attackers. So not a bad game. He got an assist, but yeah, nothing that really jumped out or like kind of. So yeah, 7 from me.
Yeah, 7 for me as well. Not necessarily bad, but just need to get more involvement. He got the assist, but he only got one shot that was blocked that he took. So I just need a little bit more from him, you know?
The funny thing about me, just quickly before Ash goes, I think he's going to be the man of the match in the Porto game. I just have a weird feeling that he's saving
He's been
all of
killing
this
it in the Champions
for,
League,
for the
so maybe.
Champions League, bro. Because I feel like the Champions League is his competition. And the way it is about Brazilian left wingers, bro, in the Champions League, bro, they all love getting a piece. But Ash, what's your thoughts, bro? Or what's your prediction?
Yeah, I would say 7 as well. I mean, the assist obviously was good. It opened up the scoring for us, but the guy would completed 2 out of his 7 dribbles, so it's not good enough. I think he could have had a better game, especially against a Burnley team that we should be destroying, which we did. But I think it could have been more if he had his shooting boots and his dribbling boots on today. Like 2 out of 7 dribbles is not good enough. I remember when he had that nice dribble on the left and crossed it, and I think Trossard missed the header if I'm not wrong, but. And obviously he gave the assist, so I think that's enough for me to give him a 7. But I feel he could have done a lot more. Defensively, he's always there, which is nice. But at this point, we need him to be more of an attacking winger versus a defensive winger.
Would you agree with this, guys? Havertz was better than Martinelli. Would you guys agree?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
That's a smart guy.
Same,
I'm trying to hear it. I'm trying to hear it out of Ash, bro. I want Ash to say.
Guys, wallahi, I have no issues praising Havertz, but wallahi, I don't think he deserves that kind of praise. Okay, just for the goal, yes, I'll say okay, fine, Havertz as well. But if I remove the goal and the assist, I think they were at the same level in my opinion.
You know what, Ash, you're a gangster, man. And last but not least, before we get on to the manager, who is going to get absolutely mad ratings, I think. Trossard, what are we giving Trossard?
7.5 from me. I'm sorry, he missed way too many of easy chances for me to give him any higher than that. Yeah, he got the goal. Yeah, he was involved in a lot. But when it came to Trossard, for me, it was more the disappointment because we could have had more goals. Because it's not just
he doesn't look like himself.
Yeah, it's not just that you missed the chances. It's that the chances that you missed that you should have scored, you could have also passed to someone that would have scored. So for me, I feel that brings your rating down. So 7.5 for me.
Yeah, 7.5. T?
Yeah, 7 points. Trossardinho, I will give him a 10 out of 10 because he's my guy. No, I'm just kidding. I will give him a 7.5 because I agree with Hooks. He missed too many chances. He looked like he had the college party the day before. And in the first half, but second half, he picked up the pace, and I like that. He got the goal as well because Jesus, when he has a quiet game, he tends to not score, and Trossard scores at least, gets on the score sheet, is now our second highest scorer in the squad behind Saka. And apart from the first half, second half, he looked decent, but still missed too many chances. Yeah, you know, the one-on-one that he could square to Saka, like you said, Ashraf. Those things, but I can criticize him for that, but I also can be happy because this guy is a gunman, bro. We have too many players that do not want to shoot, and this guy shoots at least. So I'll take that at least, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah, 7.5 for me.
no, 100%. Ash.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. I just because I mean he got a goal, very good goal. Won us the penalty that put us like through, and we were flying away from then. I do remember that chance he had that where he could have squared. That pretty much that annoys me like crazy. If it wasn't for that, I would have probably given him a 9
Was
because I
that the
still feel
soccer
like that.
one? Was that one the one that Martinelli done the little overhead thing on the floor?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's the
No,
one.
no, that was Martinelli being slow. To be fair, Martinelli flopped it when he
Yeah.
got the ball on the left side. That was another position.
Yeah, but I think that was the one where he could have squared to Saka and he went for the shot instead and missed it. Or he went for the finish
Yeah.
instead of missed it.
Oh, fair enough.
Outside that, I felt like everything else he still did fine. Yeah, he missed chances, but usually he's quite clinical, so I'll allow
Yeah.
him that. But he still takes shots, as T said, which is pretty nice for me. And he's active. I like a striker who's active, who's moving around, dropping, asking for the ball, hustling,
Mhm.
pressing, and all that stuff, which he does really well. So I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna give him a 7.5. I think that he did a lot of stuff very well, apart from obviously being clinical enough. Also, like you guys said, he could have had an assist or two. Do you know what I mean? So this could have been a mad game for him. But other than that, the movement was good and everything else. And the final piece that we have to go to, the final person we have to rate, and Hooks is already rating him already, but it's none other than my gaffer. Yeah, I believe my gaffer, and he will win me this league, inshallah. God's willing that everything goes correct and everything happens well. Inshallah, he will win me this league. But the gaffer, what are we giving the gaffer?
10. It's simple. Do you know what? Yeah, I actually praise Arteta. I don't think any higher than I could for substituting Saka. And the reason why is, yeah, Saka wants his hat trick. But does he 100% get it if he stays on the field? Not necessarily. And I see an alternate universe where, all right, Saka, we'll leave you on to get your hat trick. And then he gets some mad tackle from Burnley because they're already frustrated because they're getting smoked. And then after post-match interview, Saka's out for 3 months. And then all of us are sitting here now just bare deflated because we know that nothing's going to happen. So just for that alone, having the guts, to be like, okay, Saka, you're coming off because of XYZ. His rotation as well, do you know what, he's been 10 of 10 for a lot of games for me, just because he's now using his squad more. And I feel like when a manager does that, you just have to give them praise. You just have to.
Fair enough. Fair enough. T.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 again. Amazing setup, amazing substitutions, good time, giving the players some well-needed rest, especially players like Saka, making them ready for the Porto game. And he's been doing that the last few games, smashing teams and getting them out at the 65th minute. It's as simple as that. Keep it moving, just like McChronicle is saying. Yeah, just keep this up. I do not want to see... what?
No, I was just gonna say, I know you, McChronicle, not his best. You're not his
not his biggest fans. Yeah,
you're not his biggest fans, but obviously, listen, when you need to rate him, you know what I mean. You rate him.
Yeah,
what he's performed. Nah, I agree.
You know how I am. I like to be real. I like to be objective. I have my agendas, but when praise is due, I will give them their flowers, and Arteta earned his flowers. But like I said before, a few streams now, consistency is key. Keep this up, and I do not want to see any of your shenanigans in the coming games. Just keep this up.
No, 100%. No, I agree with you, man. And listen, big up to you. Ash, what's your one just to end it off?
Yeah, I mean, we cannot win 5-0 and not give him a 10 out of 10. And he's had 10 out of 10 performances as a manager in the last 3-4 games. Last 3 at least, for sure. All the starting lineup was perfect. Taking off Saka was incredible. The players he brought on was smart. The fact that he kept Martinelli on when he saw he didn't score was very good, because you want to give him that confidence and let him play till he gets that goal. He didn't get it in the end, but that's not on Arteta, obviously.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think everything is, and the fact that we've been playing with so much energy and aggression and pressing and all that stuff is obviously from his direction. So 10 out of 10 for me.
That's gonna be another one. By the way, guys, Tuesday we will be doing the Guna Lounge. The Guna Lounge is back. I don't know if Ash probably won't make that one, but I've got a conversation that we need to have because I'm possibly going to be having that one late for a reason which I will not say right now, but just saying I might have someone big. So that's all I'm saying. I might have a big YouTuber coming on. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know yet. I'm trying to do something in the works. But yeah, for me, listen, it's a 10, bro. It is a 10. It's just that simple. It's a 10 for me. I think his substitutions, since this Dubai trip, his substitutions have been better. I think his just the way he's putting the team outs has been better. And he's keeping his calm after that Liverpool one. The way I like Arteta for that, because ever since they made such a ruckus about the way he celebrates, we're smacking teams 5-6-0. You just see Arteta like this. And as soon as we score a goal, he goes back to the bench and he's just rubbing his head, or he's just straight faced. Nothing. It's like he didn't even face him. Yeah. So clearly he's putting on an act right now for these guys, and he's being sarcastic with it, and he's being a prick about it because he knows that they're like, "Whoa, why is he not celebrating?" Because now a lot of people are coming out saying, "Why are you not celebrating?" Being cocky and all of that, and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck do you want me to do?" So, yeah, listen, I think, listen, my manager, man, my manager, he's doing bits right now, and long may it continue. I really hope he can lead us to this league title, man. I really hope. But big ups to Arteta. But that is it for today. That is it for the match reaction. For Burnley. 0, Arsenal 5 at Turf Moor. Make sure you're smashing the like button for me, guys. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Stay here because I am going to pass you over. I'm redirecting to CMO Sports. That's Connor's channel. Yeah, I'm redirecting to Connor's channel. I want you guys, please, I beg you guys, I want you guys to go in there. I want you to spam Sard's raid. I want you to spam Sard raid. Spam it just constantly. Just flood his chat with Sard raid. Just spam it and just go and like the video. Like the video for him and subscribe to him if you haven't already. Yeah, I'm gonna go right now. Also, I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be spamming Sard Raid as well. So make sure you guys are doing that. Make sure you guys are getting that done. Thank you very much to everybody who has tuned in with us. Thank you very much to Ash. Thank you very much to T and Hooks for joining me today on this match reaction. Guys, peace out. We'll see you guys on the next one. I love you all, man. Big up to you guys. Take care.